Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, inside, outside. Green flag back in the air. They stay side by side, and now the advantage goes to Kyle Busch on the outside. He made that outside line work. Oh, around goes the 2. Into the wall. The 14 of Clint Boyer also up. The 48 of Jimmy Johnson slams the wall hard.
How bad is it, brother? Yeah, it's real bad. Missed the 2 when you were spinning.
Hard hit by Jimmy Johnson.
Something broke, and then I hammered the fence.
Talk about restarts every week, Steve. So people are digging, trying to make something happen. It's the easiest time to pass, but you have to be aggressive to make it happen. You see Brad Keselowski underneath Clint Boyer just got loose. Could not hold it. Air got pulled off the car. Same thing we saw last year. Entering turn 3 side by side is very difficult.
And now we're on board. Brad Keselowski, you see, enters the corner.
Outside, tight right, tight right.
And it's just that flat corner, no grip. We talked about it. It was really a virtual replay to multiple wrecks we saw last year.
Caution is out.
That inside car just gets down in there. And with the car on the outside, it takes away the side force, takes away some of the down force. Around he goes. Jimmy Johnson, nowhere to go. You heard him say right here, hit the 2, then something broke. He's into the wall.
A hard hit for the 2 and the 48. The 33-year-old out of Rochester Hills, Michigan, Brad Keselowski, a lot of damage. Kyle Busch has chosen the outside line. Martin Truex Jr. on the inside as they come to the restart zone. Top 2 separating themselves. Now it's Kevin Harvick in front of Matt Kenseth. Here comes the 1 of Jamie McMurray as he'll challenge Kenseth for the position. Kenseth had a good run off of turn 4, and around goes the 6. And Casey Kane also involved. Casey Kane in the 5 into the wall. And the 4th caution has come out. They were running 11th and 12th.
The damage on Kane's car looks very similar to
We're
the
done.
same
Take it to the
damage
garage if,
we
you
saw
can
with
drive
Jimmy
it back.
Johnson.
Once again, you heard it. We're done. If you can drive it back to the garage.
Restarts are so important. You just have to go. Tricky racetrack. Really, it's still a 1 groove.
Look again at they are racing for 11th and 12th.
It looks to me that the 6 was already probably on the middle of the racetrack, not even really on the high line on the straightaway. The 5 of Casey Kane was looking underneath them. The 5, basically, you said, forced the issue. He thought he was inside the 6. He was just barely inside the bumper cover. The 6 of Trevor Bayne was committing to the bottom of the racetrack. They make contact. It ends up costing both drivers a race.
It's just a fight for the bottom. You know, if we were at Michigan, Trevor Bayne wouldn't care if Casey, if Casey was underneath him. He'd just run the middle of the racetrack. But here you have to be on the bottom. So it's a fight for the bottom.
Casey Kane's going to take the 5 back into the garage. And as we've mentioned, Matt Kenseth talking about not being back at Joe Gibbs Racing. Casey Kane, job could be in jeopardy at Hendrick Motorsports. The 6 of Trevor Bayne trying to work on that car to get it back out on the track.
And Jeff, that transmission happened when Kyle Busch kind of jumped out to a lead. It was a little too big of a lead for Adam Stevens' liking, because as he was saying, slow your lap times down. We still have to save fuel. These leaders are about 2 laps short from making it to the end of the stage. They're going to need another caution, or they're going to have to come down pit road. And Steve, I think it's amazing that we're sitting here talking about, and there's the caution they need right there, possibly.
Into the wall. That is the 23.
Now
Joey
clear low,
Gase.
clear low, clear low. Take it to the garage. Take it to the garage.
That is caution number 6. And now the question is, will someone chance it to come maybe get fresh tires? Because fuel shouldn't be a question mark anymore.
I really think with 23 laps to go, the leader, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, they obviously love their track position. They don't want to give it up. They're going to probably stay on the racetrack, but you have to wonder if you look back and say the 9th position of Kurt Busch, he's also on those same strategy, but now he's kind of stuck on older tires, as you mentioned, Rick, around newer tires. So maybe it's time to say, you know what, good plan, bad execution, it didn't work, we need to do something different. As we see Joey Gase, oh, it's never good to see one go straight, Jeff.
No, it's not. Just nothing you can do. Obviously, a right front down or something mechanical just would not turn. His misfortune, perhaps, though, is fortunate for Jamie McMurray, Chase Elliott, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Remember, they pitted on lap 113, and we all like, why did they pit? Well, we may learn why they pitted. Some guys in front of them will probably hit pit road right now. They'll gain some spots, and even if they don't, they're going to be racing against people and they have much fresher tires.
The restart. Can Martin Truex Jr. get out in front of Kyle Busch? Into the restart zone. We're in overtime. Green flag back in the air.
Great job by Truex. He came with speed. He did not get too slow. That helped him not spin those rear tires.
He dives to the bottom of the racetrack in front of the 18 and pulling away as the 18 moves up the track to the overtime line. They get there. Kyle Larson shoots to the bottom of the track. He moves up to second. We are in overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Right, white flag. Clear by front.
White flag in the air. One more time around as they wreck behind him. Daniel Suarez is around. Matt Kenseth is around. The 3 of Austin Dillon in the grass. The caution has come out. It has been a perfect 10 for Martin Truex Jr. His 10th career win. It will come in Kentucky. And the wreck coming off of turn 4.
Darrell Wallace just way up the racetrack. Pushed the 20 out of the groove. 20 spun and all that loose debris. Nothing Suarez or Dillon could do.
They were well past that overtime line, which determines if they will restart again. Almost got to the white flag. What an amazing restart. Let's look again at this.
That was a great restart. Martin Truex Jr. had hotter tires. Look at the speed he's carrying. He did not get slow. If had he slowed down too much, that would have made it more difficult for him to get going without spinning the rear tires. Great job by Martin Truex Jr. Had the fastest race car in adverse conditions, though, with old tires, and he found a way to make it happen.